To quote the man himself, Harding, I should have never became president. Hey, at least he was right about something. Anyway, he was most famous for the Teapot Dome scandal, which is where the Navy had a private oil supply for the Navy, but Harding gave it away to some oil corporation. He seemed to care more about partying and having sex than actually running the country. He would be lower but he did advocate for women's rights, so that's kind of cool, I guess. William McKinley, he waited too long for the Spanish-American War, in my opinion, even when Spain declared war on America and opened up concentration camps in Cuba. He also put concentration camps in the Philippines in the Philippine-American War. Now, you might say, why isn't he lower? Well, he had Teddy as his VP, so I thought maybe that would lift him up a bit. Daddy Bill failed to get single-payer health care passed, y'all. And then he just gave up, even though that was like one of the main things he campaigned on. Kind of the same with Obama, too, but I'll get to him in the next section, I think. Well, yeah, next section, because this video split up into a few parts. Even though he campaigned on universal health care, yeah. He signed into NAFTA, which is where you can pay somebody who is an American citizen to the minimum wage that the other country is. So, for instance, you can pay a Chinese guy $1 an hour. He made Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which is where you can be the big gay in the military. You're just not allowed to tell anybody. And he should have... So, he's basically compromised with the Republicans. I mean, he did it a lot. And he didn't stood up for what he believed, which makes him a cuck in my opinion. He also played the sax, which is kind of cool. And so did Monica Lewinsky. Ba-dum-tsh. He censored free speech to the point where talking about the almost war with France was illegal, yet he was a founding father. The Trail of Tears was bad, and also the slave-owning people got their panties in a twist and rose up, and Jackson was like, yeah, whatever, and catered to them. Although the frick you National Bank was kind of good, I guess. People also called him a king, like ironically though, because he vetoed a lot. I think he vetoed the most from any president till him. William Howard Taft erased all of Teddy's progressive policies, thus having Teddy run against him in 1912. This is a lesson of putting bros before hoes, yo. He may be one of the best heads in Futurama, but not the best POTUS. Watergate and the handling of the Vietnam War crimes are bad, but he signed the Environmental Protection Act. Ronald Reagan. Although no-fault marriage was good, since every time somebody divorced, the judge or the ex-couple would say it's somebody's fault. Reagan got rid of that, which is pretty good. But I'm not a fan of the Iran-Contra affair, or how he taxed Social Security. Of course, Oliver North took the blame for Reagan on the Iran-Contra affair, but I still think, Reagan was still the president who sold those missiles to Iran to get money for the Contras in Nicaragua, so that was very naughty of him. Oh, here's what the Iran-Contra affair is, in song form.
You see, North secretly sold missiles to a harmless country called Iran that would always be a grateful ally. Then he gave the profits to the Contras. Genius! But the sales were uncovered by the press.